Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. We got a mailbag coming up on today's show. We are just going to react to subscribers' questions on the channel. We go live every single Thursday on the channel. So if you want to join those mailbags, subscribe and turn those notifications on. Major shout out to my guy King Kenya. Give me a K in the chat for the legend. $100 super chat. Says 8 wins easy this season. Do you think we will get more help in the wide receiver room? I'll answer that question in a second. But first, I want to hear from y'all. Do you think Jalin Hyatt breaks out this year? Is this the year that we finally get what we've been hoping for from the third round pick? Let me know. Kenya, I do think the Giants are going to get more help. And by more help, I mean more production from the wide receiver room this year. And yes, I do think Jalin Hyatt is going to break out. And to me, can he get to 500 yards this year? That's kind of where I'm looking at. When in general, it's not, I think they're going to get more help because I think that there's going to be players that are going to be added to this roster. I think it's because Malik Nabers now gets to play with Russell Wilson. And Darius Slayton, a deep threat, now gets to play with the best deep-throwing quarterback in the NFL. Wan'Dale Robinson now gets to play in a quarterback that can execute short throws while maximizing yards after catch. And Jalin Hyatt is being put with the quarterback that I think makes most sense for him. Russell Wilson was, in 24 the best deep ball thrower in the NFL. Jalin Hyatt got drafted because he was the best deep ball receiver in college football a couple years ago. And Brian Daboll said it. Jalin Hyatt, he's improved in all facets of being a receiver. We're going to need him to continue to do it heading into training camp. If the Giants want to win 8 games this year, they're going to need some out of Jalin Hyatt. They're going to need a little bit more out of Darius Slayton. And they're going to need Malik Nabers to play as many games as possible. Give me the over on 7.5 wins for the Giants this year. Saya, what up? Hope that's right. Marsh, with Hyatt turning up and him moving up the depth chart, who do you think falls back on the depth chart? I don't really think anyone falls back. The reason he's been rising up the depth chart is because Malik Nabers has not been at practice. Like, Nabers is your wide receiver 1. Slayton is clearly your wide receiver 2. And Wan'Dale Robinson is your slot wide receiver. Where I do think we could see more Hyatt than we expected, Saya, is you move Malik Nabers into the slot. And you have Jalin Hyatt and Darius Slayton on the outside. Or you move Hyatt into the slot a little bit. He did that at Tennessee. It's kind of a different offense that they run at Tennessee, a little bit Mickey Mouse-ish, where they just spread them out, and their slot actually almost lines up as outside receiver, and the outside receiver lines up outside the numbers. I want to see Nabers, Slayton, and Hyatt all on the field together. And we talk about NASCAR package on defense. Let's get some fast receivers out there this year. The High Bye, what's up, my man? How do you expect the Giants to utilize Russ the best visibilities? Doing what he likes, doing what he's successful at. I think it'll be a seamless marriage between Russell Wilson and Brian Daboll. Daboll is a guy that in Buffalo his best years was when he took shots, when he threw the ball downfield. And, like, that's what Russ does. Russ wants to throw it deep. Russ wants to throw outside the numbers. Russ wants to create chunk plays. And that's the type of offense that Brian Daboll wants to run. The way they can maximize Russ is creating a little bit of a run game and protecting him. It's very obvious. It's very evident and noted throughout his career. Russell Wilson will take sacks, sometimes too many. And he also, at this point in his career, doesn't move as well as he once did. So we want him to have time, and we want people to be running deep so they could throw him the ball down the field. Throwing shade, what's happening, man? Everyone claims that Hyatt will be the biggest beneficiary from the addition of Russell Wilson on the roster. Am I the only one who thinks that Darius Slayton will be the biggest beneficiary? No. And I tweeted it out this week, throwing shade. I think Darius Slayton's in for a career year. Like, this guy put together, 4 or 5 seasons of 700-plus yards with number 8 throwing in the ball? It's hard to be a deep threat when you got a quarterback that doesn't throw it deep. I do think Darius Slayton is probably going to benefit the most from that. But I think the reason people say Hyatt is because Hyatt had 8 catches last year. And if he doesn't quadruple that this year, like if Hyatt doesn't have 32 catches this year, I'd probably consider it a disappointment for him. Delusional MYG fan. We are one of the same. What is our biggest weakness? That's a great question, man. That's a great question. I think still there's some question marks about the interior offensive line. I still don't have the utmost confidence in the left guard, center, and right guard. I think in general you could use like some more talent there, and you still need an answer at that right guard spot long term. John Runyan was okay last year. John Michael Schmitz is kind of walking down the path of being a bust. I think that tight end remains a major question mark. I have hope in Theo Johnson. I want Theo Johnson to be that guy, but we're hoping at this point. I think CB2 is a weakness. We want Deonte Banks to be that guy. He's got to be that guy. So interior offensive line, overall offensive playmakers, CB2, and kicker. Like kicker is still a weakness for me. So those would be the biggest weaknesses. And like, I guess you could say quarterback play too. Like, I guess you could say quarterback play, but I've got more confidence in Russell Wilson than a lot of other people. I was talking with Patrick Seaman. He goes, I think you're going to be disappointed with Russell Wilson. It's like, okay, my bar's not that high, but my bar was also extremely low the prior 5.5 years. So something's got to give. Something's got to give. Great question, bro. Ernie, if Russ has Pro Bowl year, do you see him coming back next year, possibly letting Dart for yeah, okay, let Jackson Dart sit another year. I would love that. Like, I kind of think about it like this. Isn't the goal to have a good quarterback? And if Russell Wilson plays good, I'm bringing him back because he's good. And as much Dart Kool-Aid as I drink, and as good as I want Dart and think he could be, why would I shoo out a good quarterback in hopes that another guy can't be a good quarterback? If you got a hot girlfriend, you don't dump her in hopes that you can find another hot girlfriend. You just keep the hot girlfriend. Like, that's the name of the game. You're looking for a good quarterback. If Russ plays at a Pro Bowl level, which Pro Bowl is BS anyways, but if Russ plays good, if the Giants win 10 games with Russell Wilson next year, I want Russell Wilson to be my quarterback again. I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. There's no rush to start Dart. He's 21 years old. He gets to another year. Greg Congdon, what's up, Beast? Thank you all, as always, my friend. Can Malik Nabers get his toe fixed surgically or something that is just going to be an issue long term? Because Greg Congdon, I have wondered the exact same thing, my man. If it's been bothering you since LSU, why has it not been fixed? Like, Brian Daboll said this at Thursday's OTA, saying Brian Daboll about Malik Nabers is progressing with the toe problem, will still be rehabbing, has done some walkthrough stuff. It's, I don't know what's going on with the toe. I kind of looked at it, Greg Congdon, as that's a future Marsh problem. If the toe is a problem in the preseason, I'll then get pissed off. If the toe is a problem in the regular season, I'll be pissed off. But the toe didn't seem to hold him back last year. It could, and I see Vinny in the chat saying it could just be an excuse to hold him out and not add mileage to him because Giants are going to use him a lot this year. But, yeah, I think they could just be trying to keep him fresh for the year. And if there is an injury, let's hope it's not all that big. I think if it could be fixed surgically, they would have done it. But, again, I don't know. I'd like for it to be fixed now so we never have to worry about the toe injury again. But unfortunately, I don't have that information. I think it'll be all right. I'm not worrying about it until I have to worry about it. Make sure you are hooked up with a Jackson Dart jersey. Get it today so you have it when he's ready to go play on the field. Chatsports.com/Dart. chatsports.com/dart. Shout out to y'all for tuning in to this mailbag. We appreciate y'all. If you haven't yet, give me a follow on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallReed_. We'll see you later.